Federal Reserve cut rates finally, and we predicted this, of course, a number of weeks ago. The Fed cut the benchmark federal funds rate, which of course is a key policy rate for influences borrowing costs. It influences businesses, consumers, governments. Mortgages not tied to this; they tend to follow about a year later. But yes, a big cut from the Federal Reserve. We all knew that this was coming. And of course, this is a big moment for the US dollar. This is a further erosion of the US dollar. And what does this mean for gold? What does this mean for silver? What does this mean for our retirement accounts? What does this mean for people that have like a savings account right now? What does this mean for people that are buying treasury bonds, hoping to get some sort of a good return on their investment? Americans right now are trying whatever they can do to make their U.S. dollar stretch as far as possible. So what does this mean? We want to bring in our friend of the show, Kevin Demerit. He's the CEO of Lear Capital. He knows this stuff inside and out. We'd like to check in with him from time to time. We are here on a big day, though, Kevin. Great to see you.
Great to see you.
So I think, at the 30,000 foot level, what do you think that this means for the U.S. dollar, the further erosion? I mean, I don't want to lead the witness here, but if you've got like a couple $1,000s in a U.S. savings account in U.S. dollars, like you're a family and you're trying to protect your family and preserve your wealth, and you've got this money sitting in U.S. dollars right now, this is, to me, a big erosion of the value of that U.S. dollar, is it not?
Absolutely. I mean, rate cuts absolutely weaken the U.S. dollar. And what you're seeing around the world, even prior to this, is a lot of central banks have already been selling U.S. dollars and swapping it for another asset, which is precious metals. I mean, they've had 3 years of record purchases on the gold market, and it'll probably be the fourth year, especially with this rate cut. I mean, already this year, they're above schedule from last year. I mean, they've purchased more gold this year than they have last year, especially China. So I think this move will accelerate that, and really, if we get some more of these cuts, then the dollar, in my opinion, will start to have many more problems over the next 6 to 9 months.
I had a friend of mine who's a big time investor. He reached out to me today. He said, Clayton, I don't think people understand. Like, people don't understand what's about to happen to the U.S. dollar structurally over the next 4 to 5 years. This is really all about China. And as we've talked, it's really the unwinding of the Bretton Woods Agreement, 80 years of policy that had a U.S. dollar dominance in this world. And now you've seen, as a hedge against the Soviets, as a hedge against communism. But the Obama-Biden era really unraveled this, allowed China to, use U.S. dollars to basically flood our market with goods, and in many ways, handicap the United States in dramatic ways, the rise of China. But structurally, over the next 4 to 5 years, as China continues to dump U.S. dollars, Japan, all of these countries realigning right now, we're going to see a huge drop off in U.S. dollars over the next 4 to 5 years. Do you agree or disagree with his thoughts?
Well, I agree with his thoughts. And I think what maybe he's trying to explain to people is that when you sell U.S. dollars, if you're a foreign country and selling U.S. dollars, those dollars get repatriated back into the United States. So the definition of inflation, or a devaluing dollar, is too many dollars chasing too few goods. If you're liquidating literally hundreds of billions or trillions of dollars worth of U.S. treasuries and you're replacing it with something else, let's not worry about the something else right now. But you're just selling off those dollars. They're coming back to the United States. If everybody sold dollars, they're coming back to the United States. All of that money will start to create an enormous amount of inflation. So your example of the person in a savings account has already taken a 20% drop since 2020 just because of the rate of inflation. Now you accelerate that. So what is the Fed doing right now? They're lowering interest rates. That makes the dollar weaker from a foreign standpoint. The foreigners start liquidating those dollars. Those dollars come back to the United States, and you've got an inflationary problem again. Possibly you have something even worse. You have stagflation. You have kind of this slow economy with inflation all happening at the same time, which is absolutely horrible. Because they're stuck. You can't lower interest rates because the economy, because of the dollar is weakening so much, and can't help the economy to lower interest rates far enough to get that going. So I think The biggest challenge we have right now is stagflation. If you took AI out of the mix in the US economy, I think the economy is pretty close to recession or already in recession. You start lowering interest rates, and now you're going to have the inflation start popping back up.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Bahakwadash. Next up, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, who rule well, being a great example for us younger brothers in this truth and the sincere argument throughout the four winds, pushing this word and all truth, righteousness, sincerity, faith, and in diligence to you. I say Shalom. Want to get into a quick lesson out of what Ratazar current event. As you see, this the little clip, little excerpt clip from Redacted, man. All right, one of the brothers put it up in the group chat, and I decided to check it out. And as you see, man, you know, it's talking about the dollar and it's losing its power, man. All right, it's losing its value, losing its power, man. Okay, and what that means for you, American people, or you know, for mainly the messages to the nation of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, Seminole Indians. It is going to affect you grandly, okay? It's going to be a great effect upon you because, first and foremost, the dollar is literally how majority of our people eat, man. Okay, they pay their bills. You know, they go to these grocery stores. You know, this is what they spend with. You know, this is what they get their daily goods, man. You know, therefore, you know, trusting in that's what Jake comfort in. You know, Jake. You know, a lot of Jake is not. A lot of Jake is in poverty. You know, but there's a lot of Jake out there that's actually doing very well for themselves. You know, but it goes to show you that soon your status and your wealth won't mean anything, man. Okay, it's already been set in play for the de-dollarization. You know, they trying to blame China, especially with the BRICS nation going on. You know, with its gold, basically, with their currencies backed by gold. You know, also with China and its AI development. You know, U.S. is trying to compete in places, and they're getting stretched thin, man. They're trying to stay on top and yet compete with you know, everybody and everything. You know, and we all know that it's a tactic. Okay, the scripture said we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. We all know that it's a tactic to the de-dollarization is a tactic to you know, bring about that ultimate device that to come upon and try the whole world at MOTB. All right, the mark of the beast, which is the RFID, man. All right, that chip with no dip. It's all roads leading up to that, man. Okay, but the point is, this is, you know, the road, the highway to hell, so to speak, man. You know, we the events leading up to this to that great day. You know, you're gonna see the fall of Egypt, man. All right, with spiritual Babylon, which Egypt goes into the house of bondage, man. You know, and the house of bondage represents America, man. Modern day America, you know. where the children of Israel, the northern and southern kingdom were oppressed together, man. Also, where we went through slavery, man. So, America, Babylon the Great is gonna be going down in flames, man, as these prophecies keep rolling out, man, and the de-dollarization is furthering that. All right, and let's get this precept real quick. Isaiah 33:6, and it reads, "Look," and this is in the NIV. Okay, it says, "Look, I know you are dependent on Egypt." Speaking to you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, it says, that splintered reed or staff, that splintered reed of a staff, right? And that is representing that reed, that splintered reed, right? It's like a walking stick, man. Okay, and you need it to, so you get a walking stick to support you. Okay, and you leaning upon that is on a splintered reed, man. It's liable to break. All right, the scripture's gonna get into it. It says, which pierces the hand of anyone who leans on it. Such is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all who depend on him. And, you know, that's a bad situation. You know, you lean on something and you need that for support so you can walk, so you can stay up, you know. And it wind up piercing your hand. You know, your hand is your power. You know, you wind up pierced through, man, because you trusted in Egypt, man. Okay, and that's gonna be the catalyst of you 2/3 of our people destruction, man. All right, the men of the Lord, starting with the apostles of GMS on down to us younger brothers. Hey, we've been warning you, to repent and get right with the Lord and lean upon the Lord, trust in the Lord, not your own self, not your own mind. All right. Let me get the KJV version. It says, "Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him." All right, and we see that this devil is no one to be trusted, man. Okay, just down here in Mississippi, upstate Delta State, you know, they just found 2 Jakes lynched, man. You know, hung. I'm talking about it was suicide, but his legs was broken, man. Don't make sense, you know, and that just goes to show you, man. This is your enemy, man. Okay, this place is you shouldn't be trusting in this man. All right, so dealing with the devil, you know, it's gonna be some type of trickery involved in it, man. Okay, get the next one. It says, this is 2 Ezra 16:21. It says, "Behold, victuals shall be." Let me start at verse 19, because that's how I was going to read right here. 2 Ezra 6:19, and it reads, "Behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish." Let's go into tribulation real quick, because it says, "A cause of great trouble or suffering." All right, a state of trouble or suffering. You know, oppress. You know, to press. You know, basically. All right, and the tribulation. This dollar corroding, as they said, the corrosion. All right, you look up the word corrosion. It's basically, you should know what it means when something is getting ate away. All right, it's withering away. Okay, and the value of the spending dollar that you spend every day for gas, food, paying your bills, and all your creature comforts, is getting devalued, man. Meaning you're gonna have to work harder for just to put food on the table, man. All right, you're gonna have to be giving up creature comforts, man. And a lot of you American people, well, let's just say all the American people, a lot of y'all are in tune within your creature comforts, man. Y'all so in tune with the flesh that you'll actually lose your shit if you was to lose some of your creature comforts, man. So behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. That's right, because things ain't right, man. An amendment is a change, okay? And Jake been talking about change for the longest, okay? You had the Obama campaign talking about some fucking change, right? Ain't shit changed. Look, shit changed. It just got harder for you. It changed as in they finna put they foot back on your motherfucking neck. But this is the definition for amendment: a minor change or addition designed. It says designed to improve a text piece of legislation or whatever. It is something which is added to soil in order to improve its texture and fertility. All right, so that's even heavy. All right, the Lord is finna come and break up the earth, man. And to improve the earth, man, to improve the texture in order for the fertility. All right, so the earth can produce, man. All right, the earth is not producing. So the Lord sent what? Famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent for scourges, for amendments, man. All right, so mainly amended you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, Seminole Indians, mainly to amend your ways, all right, to change your ways, all right, so you can look to the Most High, Yahweh Shai. All right, He put you in these situations for you to look to Him to get you up out of it because He brought it upon you. But you trying to go and wiggle around, whatever. You trying to wiggle around and find, in man's power, lean upon man's power to get you out the situation. It's gonna further. It's actually gonna further your afflictions, man. All right, to you speaking to you tribes, man. You niggas, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians. I keep repeating it because this message is for you. Verse 20. But for all these, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. You're not even gonna pay. You're not even gonna bring it to mind, man. As the scriptures say, the ox knoweth his owner and his ass his master's crib, but my people Israel does not consider. All right, you ain't even gonna consider where these scourges is coming from. You're not even gonna be mindful of why you even in this situation, man. But more than likely gonna question the Most High. Why me? Why? Well, the men of the Lord has been out here preaching to you the answers. Okay, real quick. This is real quick. Let me see. Second Esdras, the second chapter, I believe. What is it? First Esdras. Gone. This is Isaiah. I'm not Isaiah. This is Second Esdras, the second chapter, starting at verse 1. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, I brought this people out of bondage and gave them my commandments by men servants, the prophets, whom they would not hear, but despised my counsels." All right, so the Lord is giving you the counsels. He's giving you the commandments. All right, he's telling you what's going on through his men servants, the prophets, man. Okay, and that's a cut to all you women thinking you can go and go out and prophesy and teach and shit, man. You ain't supposed to be doing that, man. Okay, it says men servants, but the point is, the Lord sent his prophets, man. Okay, the Lord sent his prophets to tell you, man, of the scourges, of the famines, the plagues, the anguish, the tribulations, man. So therefore, you weren't mindful of the wickedness. You weren't mindful of the scourges, man. You continued in your wickedness, as it reads in Second Esdras. It reads verse 21. Back in Second Esdras 16 and 21, it says, "Behold, victual shall be so cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth." All right. Evils growing upon the earth. The corrosion of that dollar is an evil growing. Okay. This is what you got to look forward to, man. Your government fucking you over in order to maintain or satisfy the will of the elite, which the Lord, which is satisfying the Lord's will. Okay, because it's the kings of the earth. The hearts of the kings of the earth is in the Lord's hand, man. Okay. They go out and fulfill his will, man. So absent-mindedly, everybody is carrying out the will of the Lord. All right. Because the Most High is not mocked, man. Okay. Therefore, and he also said his word shall not return unto him void, man. So even then shall the evils grow upon the earth. The sword, it says sword, famine, and great confusion. All right, there's going to be great confusion out here. Why? Majority, because you ain't listened, man. That's Second Esdras, the second chapter. You despise the Lord's counsels, man. You didn't want to hear the words of the Lord by his men servants. You ain't want to hear it. Even though we not even coming, we not even coming in our own name. We not speaking our own words. We literally telling you what's in the book. All right, what the Lord said. It says, verse 22, "For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy." All right. "And the dead shall cast out the dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and cities shall be cast down." All right. This is going to bring a lot of chaos. It's going to bring a lot of chaos and confusion when people can't feed their families. All right. When it's getting to a point where they can't live the lifestyle they want to live no more. They can't buy the drugs they want to buy. It's going to get very, very evil. It's going to be a great tribulation and a great confusion, man. Okay, that's going to breed sedition. Invading one another's houses, race wars. Anarchy out here, man. We see it brewing up, man. Okay, however it get, however the soup thin out, however it turn out, we see it brewing up. Nonetheless, we see the end result, man. All right. It says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and cities shall be cast down. And that's what you have to look forward to in America, okay? So therefore, Isaiah 30:1, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Seminole Indians, it reads, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth. And that's you niggas, man. You want to keep doing what you want to do. Okay, you love the lifestyle that Pharaoh has provided you, man. You of your father, the devil, man. You took up Pharaoh's covering instead of the Lord's covering because you wanted to add sin unto sin. Okay, Jake, you like it, man. You like eating pork and not observing the Shabbat and acting a damn fool in the church house on Sunday. You know, you like being oppressed. You like seeing your people fucked up. You know, Jake liked this shit. It says that walk down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth. Right? You went motherfucking look what fucking Dr. King, so to speak. Oh, look what he did. He went at the fucking mouth of the devils, man. Marched down there, talking about civil unrest, civil misbehavior. What I don't fucking know, man. Fuck that shit. Okay. I just know that it's a bunch of bullshit, bro. You going to asking these motherfuckers for rights, telling them we should need right. You went down to Egypt, man, and you ain't asked at the Lord's mouth. It says to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. Come on, man. You want to strengthen yourself in the society of Edom? And within Edom's strength as well? You want to strengthen yourself in the society and within the mindset of Edom, of Egypt. Man, you through. It says, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust of the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Lord willing, this has been edifying. I want to close out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakavadash. Next to double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well, being a great example for us younger brothers in His truth. And a sincere Akim throughout the four winds, pushing His word in all truth, righteousness, and sincerity and diligence to you. I say Shalom, Abba, and Kwam, the elect of Yasha Allah. Shalom.